Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how much could depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos on your update. Cameroonian government suspends maritime trade, oil activities with Nigeria. Oh yes, that's what's happening now. That Cameroonian government has suspended maritime trade, oil activities as Biafra loyalists abducted a Dabato division officer. Yes, that is what is happening. This is following escalated violence and pro-Biafra separatists from Nigeria. Trade and maritime traffic between Cameroon and Nigeria nosedived this week after a Cameroonian state governor ordered a temporary trade ban Wednesday in the Bakassi Peninsula in response to the abduction of two officials from the area. Now, Cameroon reports about 35% of Nigerian petroleum products and basic commodities imported by Cameroon pass through the peninsula. Nigeria also depends on Bakassi for most of its cocoa and fish imports from Cameroon. Now, Bernard Okalia Bilai, governor of Cameroon's southwest region, ordered the suspension of trade and maritime activity with Nigeria in the peninsula because suspected gunmen from Nigeria, yes, believed to be Biafra loyalists, abducted Roland Ewane, the division officer DO of the Idabato district. Yes, now Ewane was abducted alongside Ishmael Etongo, an Idabato district council staff member, and taken to Nigeria in a speedboat, Bilai said. Merchants say Cameroon has deployed troops to enforce tax payments, something that Cameroon officials deny. Now Cameroon says it has written to Nigerian authorities to help secure the release of the two abducted officials. Joseph Vincent Tuda Ebode, an expert on international security at the University of Yaoundé, Sao, told Voice of America by telephone that it would be helpful if merchants pay taxes to the Cameroonian government. And now that's what's happening now. Okay? Yes, that's what we are hearing now. And we have confirmed it, that these officials have been abducted by this government loyal to the Biafran struggle in Peninsula. Yes, in Bakassi Peninsula, they are joining the Biafran struggle. Yes, they are joining the Biafran struggle. And now the Cameroonian government said they have suspended activities, maritime activities or trade and oil activities, with Nigeria because of these abductions, because this escalation in the peninsula. Oh yes, well, I've said it. Pikin wey say mama no go sleep, himself no go sleep. Nigeria is supposed to have conducted referendum, but it is not late. It is not late. Let them conduct referendum for Biafrans. Yes, that is the point. Otherwise, these things will continue because you are holding innocent people on the ground. You are holding them on the ground. What do you expect? You beat innocent child. The innocent child will cry. And he will have sympathizers. Yes? So the way it is happening now is no issue of, ESN. Not only ESN, this is in Peninsula. In Peninsula. Biafra has presence in Peninsula. In Peninsula. Bakassi Peninsula. Yes. Divide this mere geographical entity for peace to reign, for people to have their, security intact, progress, have their development, critical infrastructure, basic amenities, live their life fulfilled. There's nothing bad in it. It's not, a rocket science, and it's not a bad omen for people to say, let's come together and reestablish ourselves. This is colonial edifice. Okay, let's, as indigenous people, let's gather together and said whether we want to stay or not. That's the point. Let the national, ethnic nationalities come together. If you say you will not, allow for, referendum for the Biafrans, then call for sovereign national conference where all the ethnic nationalities will come together and reestablish themselves. They will ask themselves certain questions. This is in a country whether you want to stay or not. That is how to do it. It's a union. Okay? So, but this case that you don't want people to say anything about the unity of the country, you don't want to approve, referendum for those who are calling for it, who are agitating for it. And you don't want to call for a national or sovereign national conference, okay? Now, what do you want? If not that you want to, continue to suppress, repress people's opinions and feelings and annihilate them. That is the point. You want to suppress the people's opinion. You want to repress their feelings, their sentiments. Okay? And you think it will continue that way? No way. Even in the United States of America, where you have many states, it's a United States, it's a federal system. You see how they're pushing the federalism. You see the subnationals. Okay? Yet, people are not being, there is not by coercion and force that you see people, the states are together in the United States. No, it's by choice, willingness, because their benefits is intact. Their benefits are, well secured. Their interests well protected. All the states, their interests well protected. They're happy. They're enjoying the state of the union. They're happy with it. That is it. If there's any, people raising voices, the U.S. government and authorities would like to listen to it and say, please come up, let us hear you. Yes, they will raise their concerns about the state of the union, and they will be addressed. The union continues to flow smoothly, and America is the number one country in the world today. They are the most powerful nation on earth, unarguably. That's the point. Because they accommodated shades of opinion and aggregate them and the proper solutions. So this issue of don't talk, don't say anything. If you say anything about the unity of the country, you're in trouble. DSS will go after you. You were a felon. You are a fugitive. You committed a felony because you said, let us know, let us get the feelings of the people. Let us listen to people. Let's hear the opinions about our unity, how we move forward. So that is the point. So it's not an issue of peninsula, this, it will continue. Let something be done. We have seen it. We're saying the tensions will continue to escalate unless people come together, the leaders begin to reason very well and bring people together and stop repressing people's opinions and their feelings. You must allow people to express themselves. We have said it. The issue of ideology is not something that you use gun, bullet to chase people around. It will not end there. Yes, they will continue. You only, radicalize them by so doing. That's the point. You can only radicalize people who have ideology. When you are using gun and bullets to pursue them, the troops, you are using a force, brute force against them. When they have been, indoctrinated into it, they have the ideology that, look, this is what is right for them. That is what is called an ideology. It is well established that you don't stifle or kill it by using bullet or gun or brute force. It's by a dialogue. Yes, but that's the government of Nigeria have been dragging their foot. They don't want to do it. They don't want to come to dialogue, to discuss with the people. Yes, you saw what happened in Britain. Yes, United Kingdom. They know when the issue of let us exit from Europe or European Union came up. Nobody said you don't say anything. Why will you say UK or Britain should exit? The Britain will not exit. British government will go after people who are saying it and say why Britain will exit from EU. But they didn't say so. They allowed for a referendum, for a plebiscite, and people voted. And of course, you saw the outcome of that referendum. And they are comply with it. That is how things happen. And Britain is a wonderful country. It's a wonderful country. A very strong country. Economy-wise, everything. They are the first world. They are in the first world. If you classify it in a class, they are first-class countries. So that is it. But Nigeria refused to adhere to it, to dialogue, to discussions, and plebiscite or referendum. Rather, force. And the force is not working. They are being embarrassed. Look at the embarrassment.